Nation.
Let's go.
Welcome into the Toyota Lounge, driven by your Front Range Toyota stores. Toyota, the official vehicle of DNVR. And it's a big day today. Lots going on.
It is a big day.
But we bring in Nikhai Hill-Green, one of the newest buffs to commit to Colorado, former Charlotte and Michigan linebacker. Real quick, we're presented by Illegal Pete's, everyone's go-to spot for burritos, buddies, and beers. What is up, Nikhai?
What is up, y'all, man? I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely.
I got to start here, Jake.
Okay.
Because two things. One, it's difficult to sometimes get players on.
Yes.
It's much less difficult at CU. These guys are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Two, sometimes it's hard to get them to show up on time.
Yeah.
And three, it's incredibly hard to get players to share the link from their own accounts. Nikhai goes 3 for 3.
Yep.
Got to give a shout out. Thank you, man.
Yep, I appreciate it.
All right, Nikhai. Well, we know you visited the weekend before the spring game, and you made your decision on the Saturday of the spring game. Can you just take us back to that visit? What was it like going to Boulder and just seeing what it's all about?
Yeah, the visit, it was surreal. The people there are fantastic. That's what stuck out the most. And, just a lot of NFL experience and a lot of people who are eager to win, and they all want to win now. And I kind of have those same aspirations, so it's a match made in heaven.
I think that everyone's path in today's age of college football is so interesting, and sometimes stones get thrown about guys who transfer, and people make assumptions about why guys are transferring and this, that, and the other. And I always say every guy's story is different. So I'd love to kind of hear your journey going back to when you went to Michigan all the way up till now.
Absolutely. I went to St. Francis Academy in Baltimore, Maryland. I played for Coach Biff Poggi there. I went on to play for Michigan. I early enrolled in 2020, and I played for Coach Jim Harbaugh there for 3 years. And my high school coach, Coach Biff Poggi, he was the associate head coach all 3 years when I was there. And last spring, he got the head coaching job at Charlotte. And I stayed at Michigan for the spring, and I wanted to stick it out, but, playing for your head coach, that's something that a lot of people can only do once, but I got to do it 3 times. So I went to Charlotte to play for him. He built the defense around me. I met a lot of great alumni, made a lot of great connections at Charlotte, and now I'm going to be a Buff.
Like you said, you played for the same coach for a really long time now. Was it difficult to make that decision to leave and come join Coach Prime, and kind of what pushed that over the edge for you?
What pushed it over the edge for me is that I think that I'm one of the best linebackers in the country, and I just need the platform to show it. So Coach Prime, with the NFL experience on the staff, with bringing in Coach Livingston, he coached in the NFL for 12 years, and he knows what an NFL linebacker looks like, and I really think that I could put it all on display here at Colorado.
Love it, man. I saw you spoke to our guy Scott Proctor, and he had a quote that he put out on Twitter that stood out to him. You said a lot of people look at the record and write off a team. You mentioned being a freshman at Michigan, that COVID year. It was a tough year. You guys went 2-4. I'm just curious. You saw what a championship program looks like. Do you see that at Colorado?
Absolutely. Colorado has the pieces. They have the coaching staff. Coach Prime, he has the vision. And all we need is some player leadership. And these next couple months leading up to the season, this is our preparation. It's just a 1-0 mentality every day. That's the mindset we're going into it with. And we're not going to look past anything. We're not going to look past any workout, any practice, any game. We're just going to take it one day at a time with a 1-0 mentality.
I want to go back to something you just said a second ago. About how you just wanted the platform to be able to show that you are one of the best linebackers in the country. And I think that's a very unique thing about what's going on at Colorado right now. If you play for Colorado, you're going to have all eyes in the world. And I think it takes a certain type of player to go in and really know and I want all eyes on me. I want the world to see me. And I'm curious if just in meeting some of the guys that you're going to be playing with at CU, you kind of got that feeling of everyone here is, that guy who wants the spotlight, wants the ball in their hands or the play call in their hands late in the end of the game, to truly be that guy.
Yeah, all of the guys that I met, and all the guys who came to Colorado, they made a decision to accept the challenge, and that's what I'm doing. I'm accepting the challenge to prove to everyone in the building that I belong, and to prove to all the coaches, and really just put Colorado on the map where it's supposed to be. We got the players, we got the coaches, but as we know, the best players and the best teams don't always win. You know what I mean? And it becomes a special thing when it all comes together and the players and the coaches are all on the same page.
I love that, man. Just going back to last year when you were at Charlotte, what did you think of CU, especially in September, when they're ripping off wins, kind of surprising everyone? Just what do you remember from that time? What do you remember thinking?
I go to sleep pretty early, so I wasn't up for a lot of the games, but just watching some highlights, and obviously they've been recruiting me, so I watched every game. It was a lot of dogfights. It was a lot of close games. Some situations they could have been cleaner, and they could have made it a lot easier for themselves last year. But I feel like this year, a lot of those things are going to be cleaned up. The players, the additions they brought in, is I think we can really win, and I think we can win now. And we just got to work and keep our heads down and don't listen to any outside noise, like positive, negative. Just worry about winning. Like winning has to be our only focus.
Love it, man.
Nikhai, you were a captain at Charlotte. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
I'm curious if that's something that you kind of pride yourself upon, and why you believe that honor was bestowed upon you.
Just because of what I do day in and day out, there's no work that's beneath me. I'm the first guy in, the last guy out, and I just, this is not work to me. You know what I mean? Football is something that we're blessed to be able to do, and I just want to take it as high as I can take it. I want this brand to be as high as it can be, and yeah, I just want to exhaust all options and be the best player I can be, and make the team as good as it can be.
You can lift that other brand up too if they want to back up the NIL money.
Nikhai, what was it like just having those conversations with, Coach Hart, Coach Prime, this coaching staff on your visit? What was the vibe you got from them?
It was a vibe of urgency. I felt the urgency, and I felt the enthusiasm, and how much they believe in Coach Prime's vision, how much they want to win, and really just showing me that I'm a piece in a puzzle, and that I have the tools necessary to make this defense great and make this team great overall. So I'm really looking forward to getting to Boulder, and being around the guys, and just getting to work together, going out to eat, just really get to know guys real personally, so that I can help the chemistry on the field.
I would be remiss if we left this conversation without just learning a little more about you.
Yeah, for sure.
What kind of things do you like to do outside of football? What are some of your interests, some of the things you like?
I would say I'm an outdoorsman. I love to do everything outdoors. Boulder's beautiful, so I'll probably be sitting somewhere where I can see the mountains. And really, I'm a chill guy. Outside of football, I just like to make content, make videos. I like to tell people about myself and my upbringing and give advice. I like fashion. I like shopping. I would say I'm more of a window shopper because I'm a cheap guy, but I do like fashion, and I like to see the latest trends on that. But yeah, I would say pretty much making content and fashion.
You're coming to the
I was
perfect
gonna
place,
say,
man.
that sounds like a good fit.
Just your game. What NFL players do you like to watch? Who do you like to model your game after? Who do you try to emulate?
So number one is Luke Kuechly. I was in Charlotte last year, and I got to sit in a box and talk and pick his brain at a Panthers game, and that's my favorite player. And just because of his approach, he was always IQ first. He always thought the game before playing it. He played it like a chess game. I would say that's a lot like me. Just high energy guys. I would say Ray Lewis and Patrick Willis, just because of the energy they brought to the defense. Like, I want to make plays, but I also want my plays to be so impactful to the point where other defenders on the team look at me like, I need to make a play. Like, he's just bringing so much energy to the team, and that's what I bring. You know, I feel like I'm an obnoxious communicator when it comes to getting the plays out and calling the defense. So I could be that guy that wears the mic in my helmet this fall. And I would also say Bobby Wagner, just because I'm pretty consistent and I'm always in the right place in the defensive scheme. So, you know, I'm just a piece in that puzzle, and I'll do whatever it takes to help the team win.
I love what you said about Luke Kuechly thinking the game first. And it's so funny that you bring that up because we were having a conversation with your position coach just the other night, Coach Hart. And we were talking so long about thinking the game and understanding the game and preparing for the game. I'm curious if there was a point in your career when that clicked for you and you're like, oh man, this is so much easier when you can line up and have a pretty good idea of what to expect from the other team.
I would say probably the end of my sophomore year at Michigan, we played against Georgia in the Orange Bowl, and I remember there was a certain indicator that told me what play it was going to be, and I read my keys and I trusted it, and I was able to cover the back out of the backfield. But it was a very specific play. They only ran it a couple times throughout the season, and it was in the red zone, and you can't give up points in the red zone. And I end up covering the route, and they had to kick a field goal. But in that moment, it really hit me that like the film study and knowing what plays are coming is that pays off more than guessing or just worrying about your being on using your athleticism. But yeah, that's when it clicked. My sophomore year in the Orange Bowl against Georgia.
I love that. I love that story. You know, you don't have to give away any state secrets here, but what does a week of preparation for you look like when it comes to watching film?
I start probably. We play Saturday. I'll start on Sunday. I'll look at myself first because obviously you got to know your strengths and weaknesses first, and then I'll go to the team, how they played last Saturday, where they may try to attack us, what worked and what didn't work, and just some advice that I got from like Luke Kuechly is like, you know, see what the coordinator's like. If he likes pizza, he's gonna eat pizza. You know what I mean? We're gonna see this play eventually, because these offensive coordinators and offensive guys, they think they're really smart, but they've been running the same stuff for years. So you know what I mean? So yeah.
I love that, man. You ever been to Colorado before besides your visit?
No, sir.
Well, we're hyped to have you, man. Thank you so much for coming on. This was amazing, bro. We can't wait to see what you do, and we know you're going to do big things out here in Boulder, bro.
I appreciate it. Looking forward to it. Go Buffs.
Go Buffs.
Man.
We'll talk soon, brother.
Can't wait to have you here and bring you in the studio too.
Yep.
Likewise. Let's do it.
Alrighty, man. Take care, Nikhai. That's Nikhai Hill-Green, former Charlotte, Michigan linebacker, now one of the newest Buffs. How you feeling?
Got one.
We got one. We got one. Yes, sir.
That guy is for real.
Yeah.
That's a grown man.
Yeah.
That we were just talking to.
Yeah.
You know, physically, obviously, but mentally, that's a grown man.
Mm-hmm.
And that level of maturity, that level of understanding of the game, the type of people he's been around. I know, you know, I give your guy shit, but being around Coach Harbaugh, you know, is valuable in this game.
Yeah.
Now coming here, his approach is just spot on. And I had to bring it up right then because I didn't want to forget about it, but I got to bring it up again. He had the perfect answer for why he wanted to come here.
Yep, he did.
I think I'm one of the best. I believe I'm one of the best, and I just need a platform to show it. That is the attitude that you need to come here and succeed at Colorado is, I belong in these conversations, and I know I can go to Colorado, and I know all eyes will be on me if I do. And so I just need the platform to show it. That was perfect.
And he knows we're going to win.
Yep, absolutely.
And he's going to be a big part of that, too. That was pretty amazing, man. Shout out Nikhai. Hopefully we see him out here soon.
Yeah, I would love to have him for a full show here.
Yeah, definitely. You want to shout out your Toyota?
Would love to shout out my Toyota. You guys already know. Actually, I forgot. Someone told me I gotta get that off of there. Next show, I'll get it. But we got the new Toyota. Shout out to them, and they have done an amazing job of supporting us here. First ever full sponsor of the studio, which is really cool. If you come into the bar, you can see our new sign, which is actually really sick, that says On Air Toyota Lounge. It's amazing. But a shout out to Toyota. You guys have heard me say it before. I will always drive a Toyota for the rest of my life. That's how reliable this brand is. I cannot recommend them enough. 10 out of 10.
Love it. You can visit your Front Range Toyota stores at a location near you. AutoNation Toyota, Arapahoe, and Centennial. Corwin Toyota in Boulder. Groove Toyota in Littleton. Mountain States Toyota in Denver. Stevenson Toyota East in Aurora. Stevenson Toyota West in Lakewood. Toyota is a proud partner of CU Athletics and the official vehicle of DNVR. Shout out to them for getting us where we need to go. Also, Circa Sportsbook. We love Circa. They're the absolute goats. You can go down to Vegas, stay on Fremont, hang out at Circa. It's the first ever adults-only casino up there, so you skip that whole process, checking IDs. And it's just a vibe up there, man. That Sportsbook is probably my favorite place in the entirety of Vegas, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. It's such a great place to just take in the vibes.
Mm-hmm. And you don't have to be in Vegas to bet with Circa. You can download the app right now at circasports.com. Circa Sports bets can only be made while physically located in the state of Colorado. You must be 21 or older, all rights reserved. Circa Sports Colorado encourages you to gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER or visit problemgamblingcolorado.org. You got to go to Circa to go bet on Heisman odds because you can't do it out here in Colorado.
I know. And someone told us that, and I just didn't process it last time. So I'm excited for our next trip to Circa, which is coming up pretty soon, and I'm officially ready.
Are you?
I'm ready to go
You're
back. Yep, I'm ready to go back.
All right.
So we'll get out to Circa soon, and I'm even more ready because I got to get my Heisman bets in.
Yep. All right. Yeah, we mentioned off the top, Twitter is it's on fire today, man.
Ablaze.
On threes jumping in. The players are jumping in full force. Like, when do these hit pieces ever end? Will they ever end?
Okay. First of all, do they ever get tired of writing the same story?
We did this all last offseason. How are we still talking about the 2022 roster?
I truly have no idea. And, I just assume they're just sending out, cold emails to every single person who's transferred being like, hey, want to talk shit about Coach Prime?
Yeah.
And, bro just happened to check his email from, 6 months ago for the first time and was like, oh, yeah, sure, I'm down. This is crazy. I mean, we've gone over this. This is a thing of the past. And I think the reaction, for the most part, from people in the know hasn't hit the nail on the head. Our potential new friends at On3 have been defending this, but I think it was JD Piquel who said, sounds like a person who knows that their job is on the line based on winning or something along those lines.
He said, sounds like P5 college football with adults' jobs on the line.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what this is. I mean, I can't even believe we're talking about it. I don't even feel like I need to. Mm-hmm. But I guess we'll do it again. Coach Prime came here. He knew he had to win. He knew the roster wasn't up to par. He had to tell some guys to go somewhere else because their opportunity wasn't going to be here because he had to clear out space to bring in better players, which he's done at every single cycle of the portal. It wasn't personal. Mm-hmm. It was business. That's what the way college football is anymore. Anyone who thinks it's not a business is kidding themselves. And I look at it and say Coach Prime did that with this young man. Said, hey, look, there's probably not an opportunity for you here. You're probably better off going somewhere else. He didn't want to listen. That's totally his right. But I mean, what do you want? You got to prove yourself on the field. If you're not doing that, then you are just an extra.
Yeah, just a few things on this. I mean, one, Coach Prime was brought here to win. And if he's going to win, it's not with the 2022 roster.
No one is winning with that.
No.
Prime Nick Saban is not winning with that roster.
And if he had that roster, they'd be terrible last year. They would be terrible again this year. And these hit pieces wouldn't be hit pieces. They'd be pieces running Coach Prime out of town, saying he can't coach. I mean, it's all the same stuff anyways. I guess they're already saying this. But huge shout out to the players, man. I love the players, standing up for themselves and talking about their program. Khalil Benson says, I haven't even been here long. This for sure was a great decision of coming here. Now this is what doing stuff for media, for everyone that got some to say 24/7, grow up, stop being scared of competition. Everyone got goals. Tyler Brown, he tweeted out, absolutely frustrating seeing all these negative articles about my coach and our program. You work hard and you will be rewarded. Coach Prime and the wonderful staff at CU checked on me every single day and made sure I was okay when I couldn't play. Don't believe the lies. Cam, boy, they stay trying to paint this bad image of my coach and the program when in reality, if you work your butt off and make plays, you will be celebrated and appreciated. And if you don't do those things, you're not built for this team. Just the truth. Everybody has a opportunity.
Absolutely. And I can't think of a better example of this than one Charles Oftenball.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, every reason other than the fact that he was a walk-on player to be considered another brick in the wall, right? Not brought in by Coach Prime, a Colorado kid, a walk-on, a white kid in the running back room.
Yeah.
And what does he do? He takes his opportunities one by one and excels in them every single time, to the point where shortly after Coach Prime gets to meet him, stops practice to give him a shout out. And he's like, this is how you guys are supposed to work. If you don't know what we're expecting, if you don't know the standard, watch him. From then on, it grows. He continues to ball out. He fights through injury. He comes back, balls out again, takes advantage of every opportunity, leading up all the way to last Saturday, where Coach Prime awards him with a very valuable thing for this team, the way that they're recruiting out of the transfer portal, a scholarship. So nobody can look and say, oh, Coach Prime's only about the guys he brought in. He doesn't believe. He just wants guys, players who can make plays. And Cam said it best, and so did Tyler. If you work hard and you ball out, you're going to get the love.
Yep. And shout out to Cam and Tyler, too, because they came in from JSU. They heard all the, oh, you're just an HBCU player type stuff. Can't play at Power 5. Neither of them started last year. Tyler, of course, didn't play. Cam didn't start last year. And he went and put the work in, proved himself, and now he's like a key cog of this defense. Tyler Brown, screwed over by the NCAA, couldn't play, was unable to showcase his talents last season. But now, we were talking about him on Saturday in the spring game. He was probably the best offensive lineman on the field. And all that guy did was work and grind and just... He blocked out all the noise. Just massive credit to these guys, man.
Yeah, someone in the comments, Tony, said Trevor.
Of
Even
course.
better example of a guy who was on scholarship.
Of course.
Proved himself in practice, earned Coach Prime's trust, started game one. This is not some sort of, political thing going on here. It's about merit. And the guys who earn their spots keep their spots. And the guys who show out in practice belong here. And I honestly wish no ill will on Xavier Smith.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
But the last line of the teaser from The Athletic says, frustrated, he eventually decided to transfer and ended up at Austin P.
Yeah.
With all due respect, that is the beginning and end of the story. Austin P.
Yep. Also, at the end of the article, there's a quote from Chase Sowell who says, and I got to meet Deion Sanders, so it wasn't all that bad. Like, what are we doing here? Like, I don't even want to blame the 2022 players at this point. Like, just because some people are reaching out and talking to them, they can say whatever. It's these people writing these stories
what
who
are we
shape
doing?
this narrative that is just complete bullshit.
Yeah, 100%. You nailed it. And then I know people are going to disagree with this or be up in arms about it, but Shador's tweet was so funny.
Oh, Shador's tweet was hilarious. And honestly, I don't want to hear the hate on that tweet because these players are probably fed up, man.
Yeah, no, that's what I was going to say. Enough is enough is what I kind of got from that. Is like Shador was pretty quiet about this stuff all last year. But I think everyone who's been following this closely had the same reaction when they saw that article. It's like, are we fucking doing this again? And Shador, said what he felt.
Yeah. He wasn't lying either.
The proof is in the pudding.
It is. It's Alyssa today. Alyssa's back. Alyssa, you want to say hi to the people?
My mic's not plugged in.
Nope.
Oh, her mic's not plugged in. Sorry, but she's here today. Yeah, man, it's just crazy. It's probably not the last one this offseason, but what's the point anymore?
Never. It'll be really interesting when this team wins what happens.
Yeah.
Because there will be a new thing. I predicted on the post-spring game show, it'll be, oh, well, he only did it because Shador was the future #1 overall pick, and that was his son, so that was lucky.
Mm-hmm.
And they haven't even come around on Shador, but they're going to have to then discredit Coach Prime later. But this is going to keep happening. We're merely days away from the next one. I'm sure there'll be someone who entered the portal in this cycle who will say this, say something similar.
Yeah, it's I don't know. You're going to see a bunch of, I'm sure Denver local media is going to hate the Shador tweet, and they're going to blow it up.
Yep.
I don't even know. No culture at CU. Can you believe this guy's saying this, all this stuff? I'm sure it's already out there, but I don't blame him one bit.
Yeah, and I also respect, Shador. He felt a way about it. He hopped on Spaces and said his piece.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful thing about the world we live in 2024. You don't have to call up a writer for The Athletic to get your story out.
Right.
You can just get it out yourself.
Yep.
Obviously, we always have our platform open for guys who want to come talk here, but that they're able to do their own thing too.
Well, people wonder why the players don't go and talk on other platforms. It's this reason. They don't trust a lot of these people, and they don't want their words getting twisted into some headline or some story that's not even really about what they stand for.
Totally. And it's why I think all of the live, back in the day, the only thing that was live was television.
Right.
Now I think all of the live stuff, it's you can't twist someone's word in a live setting.
Yep.
They say what they say.
Yep. Definitely.
And I think the guys appreciate that.
So yeah, shout out to the players. I don't know. It's just great to see them step up and stand on business today. I'm proud of them. So.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
All right. Let's chill. We got a little heated there.
We did. It's deserved.
Shout out to Coors Light, our great friends. It is patio season. It's a beautiful 70-degree day here in Denver, and many more to come.
I know. I've scootered to work every day this week.
Isn't it just wild that we get this weather on the spring game days like that?
Oh, I know. It's crazy. But we do have the golf tournament on Friday, so at least the course will be nice and green.
For sure. Come hang out with us on Friday and crush some Coors Lights. Come hang out at the DNVR bar. It's playoff time over here at the bar. The Nuggets. Oh, man. We didn't even get to touch on the Nuggets yet.
I hope the Lakers enjoy Galveston.
Oh, man. Take that L on the way out. Come have some Coors Lights with us here at the DNVR bar for the next series when they take on the T-Wolves. We still got the Avs. They need to close out against the Jets. But Coors Light is the best. Make the most out of the times. You choose to chill. Choose Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/DNVR. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
And Illegal Pete's.
And DNVR events, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Wait, what? How did that just change right before my eyes? DNVR events. Dude, this Friday.
Yep.
We've got the Scramble de Mayo, as we call it. It is sold out this time, but we have multiple golf events throughout the summer. These are honestly, if you're going to take a day off of work, this is the way to do it. Mm-hmm. You take a day off of work, you get your Friday off, and come hang out with us at one of these golf tournaments. They're scrambles. If you're not familiar with that, it's the easiest way to play golf because even if there's one or two good people in your team, you just get to go to wherever the best shot of your team is every time and play from there. It's fast, a much faster pace. It's really just a party out there on the course. So keep an eye out for our next tournaments as we drop them. Come play. Hang out. We got lunch and stuff after. You get to meet a ton of DNVR people. It's a really, really fun time.
Make sure you just follow us on socials at DNVR_sports or go to thednvr.com/events to check out our entire calendar.
I will say this about the Lakers.
And
it's not going to be mean. It's going to be nice.
Okay.
I appreciate everyone who's a Lakers fan who follows me on Twitter, who can endure my trolling for the length of 2 weeks and then forgive me afterwards.
Someone in the comments said it. It's hard being a Buffs fan and a Laker and a Braun fan at the same time. And honestly, shout out to y'all for sticking with us.
Yeah, exactly. I hope you know it's all fun and games.
Yeah, of course. You can root for the Nuggets from now on, though, if you want.
I don't think they're going to do that.
All right, let's hit the portal. A few guys have entered that we didn't get to talk about yesterday. We've had one entry in Bishop that we'll get to. But former Arkansas safety R.J. Johnson has entered the portal. Another kid from McDonough, Georgia. 6'1.5", 175, went to Eagles Landing Christian Academy. He was a 2023 three-star athlete, committed to Arkansas. He had nearly 30 offers. Two-way player in high school.
Love it.
Only played in one game last year. Is a true freshman.
Size, man.
Yep. Yeah, he had his senior year of high school, 56 tackles, 4 interceptions. On offense, 32 receptions, 486 yards, and 5 touchdowns.
Awesome.
Could always take the athletes. What?
Payshawn said, RK, I just been scrolling past your tweets. I respect it. Could have muted me.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Fair enough. All right. Also, I'm trying to find who else there is. There's a James Madison corner, a young guy that entered the portal. I'm trying to find his name, though.
D'Angelo Pons.
He's gotten a lot of buzz already.
Yeah, that's Buffton Prime's guy.
Yep.
He said he'll donate $5,000 to the NIL Collective if they get him.
Speaking of that, have you seen the campaign Matt H is running?
Yes, good. I wanted to bring that up.
Yeah.
That's right where I was going with this. If anyone wants to join them, it's $5 per transfer, right?
Uh-huh.
Everyone who's running with Matt H, if you don't know him on Twitter, he's one of the goats of Buffs Twitter.
At ScoBuffs22.
There you go. Running a campaign, everyone who hops on board, $5 for every transfer in, $5 for every transfer out. And they've got some serious momentum behind it. And they've already raised a couple $1,000s for the collective. Obviously, you guys know that's the number one way for us to contribute to the team winning. So hit up Matt H, get in on the pledge, and let's win.
Definitely. We're still waiting on decisions from Derek Harmon, the former Michigan State defensive tackle, and former Arkansas offensive tackle Andrew Chambly. Feels like the Buffs are still in it. It's just they're doing they're making the rounds.
Absolutely.
And then Bishop Thomas today officially entered the transfer portal. I think a lot of people obviously really love Bishop. We love Bishop. You saw the potential in him when we watched his film last year. And for whatever reason, he just couldn't get it together. And it's a shame. We wish him the best because he's a great kid.
Yeah, for sure. Man, I feel for a guy like Bishop. It just felt to me like he couldn't get out of his own way.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw it a little bit in the Coach Prime documentary on Amazon Prime. You just wanted to grab him sometimes and be like, Bishop, come on, man.
Yep.
Just like stop doing this to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But these are young guys, and mistakes are made. Unfortunately, it didn't work out here. Hopefully, it works out for him somewhere else.
Tristan Da Silva has officially declared for the 2024 NBA draft that happened yesterday. We got to do we're getting to it, but we'll do a show sometime soon catching up on all the basketball offseason stuff because a lot of movement has happened too.
Yeah, some exciting transfers in. Obviously, it's going to be a whole new team next year because no KJ, no Tristan, no Cody. So we'll see. Got some interesting transfers. I mean, kind of like calling their shots here.
Yeah. Trevor Baskin, right?
Yeah, Trevor Baskin, who comes from D2 here in Colorado. You're kind of hoping to recreate the Dalton Connect thing there. Obviously, Dalton Connect wasn't at D2, but super lengthy, bouncy. He can shoot. And then they got the NAIA Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Which is like really, it's cool to me that that's a place we're in college sports where like that guy can get the call up.
For sure.
All the way to Power 5 from NAIA. It's going to be a huge jump for him. He dominated at that level, but I'm excited to follow that story. There was a lot of big schools in on him. It's not like Colorado kind of snuck in and found this one, but they got him, and he can shoot. This is going to be a big team. I mean, you look at what the starting five would look like right now. They have legit Big 12 size.
Yeah.
We'll see if they have Big 12 skill.
Yep, definitely. And then last thing I really wanted to hit on today was it's been a minute. EA College Football 25 news.
Oh yeah, I don't like it.
Really?
Yep.
So this is from, let me get this right, Matt Brown from his Extra Points newsletter. He said there are multiple cover athletes since EA is releasing multiple versions of the video game. You don't like that?
No, I don't like that.
You want one cover athlete?
Yes.
I agree.
Now, let me also say I understand it as a business decision. And it's also cool that more guys are going to get a cut of that NIL pie. Mm-hmm. But maybe it's just because I believed we were going to get the actual one cover athlete that I'm like kind of bummed that we're going to have to share it.
Yep. Second point he has is each cover athlete is a current college football player who plays in a different power conference. There was plenty of internet speculation that the cover athlete could potentially be a coach, Nick Saban being that guy, or Coach Prime, or any number of athletes that played during the years the game was not released, like previous Heisman winners, or even fans' mascots like Ralphie and Chip. I edited that in because I didn't want to read the mascot that he actually put in the...
Okay.
Those were reasonable guesses, he said, but I've been told that the athletes will be current athletes, people you will see play actual college football this season.
That's the way I wanted it.
Yep. Last point he had, the athletes all play different positions. That means there's only one quarterback, one running back, etc.
Very interesting. Did he mention anything about multiple players on one cover?
He did not, no.
Because that's my prediction, is we're going to get a Travis and Shador cover.
Oh, man.
But Shador still hasn't posted a I'm in the game thing, right?
Nope.
Please. I need to talk to him. I always forget this when we're talking to him. Yeah. I need to talk to him about this. Please, Shador. I realize this is a business decision for you, but what about me?
I mean, come on, man. He's got to be a lock, right?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
247's out there putting him number one quarterback, top 10 pick. Like,
I'll just say this. There's a reason why Shador, Travis, and Shilo all have their own different jersey in the team store.
Right? Definitely.
Their value is different, so that they negotiate different deals. But maybe he's just waiting for the big reveal of the cover. I sincerely hope, or else I'm going to be very sad.
I mean, he's got to be in it. I think Travis has got to be on it too, especially if they're doing different positions.
Yeah.
Your quarterback's got to be Shador. Who's more marketable than Shador?
No one. Maybe Travis.
For sure. So he's going to be your wide receiver / cornerback, or your cornerback, because people have mentioned Luther Burden. I could definitely see him being in the cover too.
Yeah. I think Travis ends this season as the most liked player in college football.
I was thinking about him today because I'm seeing all these players out here tweeting about this thing. I'm like, Travis just got it down. So he probably doesn't even know this article exists.
Oh yeah, he's just fishing somewhere.
Yeah, he's just out hanging out. Yeah.
By the way, a bunch more players have chimed in. We don't have to rehash that whole thing, but Jalen Wester chimed in, said have so much to say but not producing, crying face. Justin Mayers said they really want you to prosper here, not only as a player but as a man at CU. Everyone here gets love and is pushed and held accountable at a pro level. Everyone here gets an equal opportunity to play. All these players aren't telling the truth when they leave here. They just 50-50.
Great tweet.
Also, Caleb Mathis posted a video of him cooking Xavier Smith. I love Caleb, dude. He's probably the funniest guy on the team.
Caleb is hilarious, bro.
No one ever mentions him. I think someone actually has. Ben gets all the credit, which Ben is hilarious too. But something about Caleb's sense of humor is perfect for me.
Yep. He's gonna get some snaps this year too, man. Anything else you wanted to hit on today before we get to the Toyota chat?
I feel like there actually was, but I'm now forgetting it. Whatever, it'll come back up.
Yeah, that's about all I got. I guess, I mean, we didn't really talk about Nikhai after the interview, but I'm stoked about this kid. So stoked about him.
Yeah, he's getting a leader badge on his jersey.
Yeah, definitely. And just what you were saying about Coach Hart and how he was when we were talking to him about how he sees the game and stuff. And Nikhai just sounds like a student of the game already.
Yeah,
like the way he watches film, the way he talks about Luke Kuechly and all those players, and how he's talked about the coaching staff and the mentality and the urgency that they showed. Like he's all about business.
Yes, very much. I mean, I was blown away. I feel like I say this every time we talk to one of these guys, but just such impressive young men every single time.
With character, it's the last thing in the the little slogan, but it is number one, if not the most important thing that these coaches look for.
Yep. I got one more thing I want to talk about.
Go for it.
I'm going to put you guys on to my craziest life pro tip.
Okay.
So I sliced my finger with a knife the other night, and went back to a pro tip that Ali's abuelita taught me. And someone who's a doctor is probably going to say, don't do this. And if you want to listen to them, I understand. But I'll take Latina grandmother over doctor all day.
Okay.
Once you clean the cut, you crack an egg. From the inside of the egg, you know how there's like a little like layer?
Membrane thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pull a little bit of that out and put it over the cut. And one, obviously the inside of the egg is like made to generate life.
Yeah.
But two, as it dries, it kind of like pulls it together. So it like pulls the cut close so then it heals faster. Like I said, serrated bread knife, bad cut.
Yeah.
2 days later, it's healed over.
Wow.
That's incredible.
It's
Is he right?
Yeah. Marissa nodding along. I know it sounds crazy, and I thought it was crazy too. And it might be crazy, but it works.
Oh, man. All right, let's get to the Toyota chat. What do we got? Pamela asking about Nikhai. How many years does he have? So I know he entered as a graduate. He entered the portal in December, committed to UCF, then withdrew from the portal so he could graduate and have that ability, that maneuverability, I guess, with the graduate tag. Let me pull up. He was a 2020 recruit. This is off the top of my head right now. He missed 2022 because of injuries. So that's 1, 2, 3 years plus being a grad. He's got 2, I want to say.
Okay. Yeah, you're the eligibility guy around here.
That's what I think he's at.
I couldn't believe you said he was at Michigan for 3 years. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
He's my guy.
This is your guy.
Quan, is he middle linebacker? Yeah, he plays Mike. Team captain, was third team All-American Athletic Conference last season. Started in 7 games, played in 11. Second in the team in tackles with 73. Second on the team in TFLs with 9.
There you go. It led me, I don't know if it's already starred, but oh, there you go. From Brianna, or yeah, I think so, down at the bottom. Word on Elijah Herring.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like the cost might be a bit large. That's what I'll say.
Not surprised.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nikhai at Michigan, he was playing middle linebacker. He was going to be a big piece of that defense after 2021, then just got hurt, didn't get back on the field. Biff Poggi left, and he went and joined him at Charlotte. So,
And he's kind of a legendary coach, Biff.
yeah, he is.
Yeah.
We've talked about him on this show before.
Yeah. Oh, I meant to ask about the guys who transferred from Colorado that he played with last year. This is Jack Hestera,
Oh, yeah. They had a lineman.
offensive lineman, yeah.
And Coach Devan, too.
Yep.
Coach Devan's a former Michigan guy also.
Oh, there you go. They probably connected over there.
Well, that's probably the Biff Poggi connection then. See, it all makes sense.
It does.
When you lay out college football like that, it all really just, it's not as complicated as a lot of people think.
It's a relationships business.
Yeah.
Does the chat think I'm crazy, Alyssa?
Oh,
Some do, some don't. Bernard had a good one, though. He said, put that egg goo in your ears, then report back in a few days.
That's crazy.
Oh, good one there.
Better
Bernard.
than what the doctors are telling me.
That's true. BP asked when he's coming. I don't know. I can try and get an answer, though. You want to do this next one?
Sure. Next one is from AW. Didn't the players who went on Whitlock's show say that they were told they weren't a good fit? I can tell you one thing about me. I will never watch Jason Whitlock, so I have no idea what they said.
He's one of the guys that I've had blocked for like 6 years.
There is no guest that could get me to watch that.
Yeah. Jay, how many wins is Vegas giving Colorado this year?
5.5.
5.5, yep.
Free money. I'm not a financial advisor. But that's... Or a doctor. But I believe in both of those things.
Heaven's Demon with the question.
You want me to just take these?
I'm sending it now. He said, Jake and Arcade, when/will you do a new starting/depth chart list? Yes.
It said when.
Well, we will do one.
Yes, we will do one as soon as, honestly, the news cycle slows down.
Yep, exactly.
It's probably going to be cooking here for a little while on transfer stuff.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as that kind of dies down, we'll be back to it.
Yeah, man, we're gonna have some really cool stuff this summer once the portal dies down. Gonna try and get some people inside the building too who are a part of this team building process. I'm excited about that.
Hell yeah.
And doing stuff like that. Like I think I did a projected depth chart last year in like June.
Nice.
So there's nothing to do. So probably do something like that again, and then we'll of course do starters. What does that name say, Alyssa? Maija Rafiki?
Yeah.
It's so small.
I know.
Give my guy a chance here.
That was just in the comments.
Okay.
Maija Rafiki. I think you said I got it right. That's it.
It's close.
By the way, Jake, thanks got the player tracker. I've been relying on it heavy these weeks. Yeah, thank you guys. That thing, it's a beast now, and it's got everything you need.
It is. I mean, one of those things that you just have to tune into. You got to check it once in a while and make sure you're up on the news.
I can't tell you how many times I've just pulled it up myself just to remind myself what's going on exactly. So.
I was bummed, and maybe I just missed this when I was walking in, but they needed to hand out rosters at the spring game.
If you came into the press box, I've got one.
No can do.
I'll send you a picture of it when I get home.
That would actually be huge.
I got you.
Just because like that, I was thinking about that when I was there. I was like, man, I wish I had just like an easy, readable roster to follow so I can know who all these guys are out here.
Yep. Yeah, I got you. Item $9 sign 9S.
Yeah.
Are we still in the hunt for Paris Patterson? Last I saw, he just posted he was going to attend the spring game and was offered. Former
yes.
Arkansas 4-star offensive lineman, but that's all he's really tweeted about. So I don't know, and I don't know anything otherwise.
Okay.
Scott Rayleigh.
Confidence.
Rayleigh. Sorry, Scott, if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I didn't know much about Nikhai before today, but now I'm his biggest fan. Looks like we got our linebacker.
Man,
Amen.
I feel so similarly to that. I hope they give him a sick number. He was like 40, 42?
He was 41 at Charlotte.
Okay.
And at Michigan, I think he was also 41.
Okay, well, and he's probably going to want 41.
Do we have a 41 off the top of your head?
I don't know anyone's number anymore. It was such a big story last year. You know,
I know.
everyone getting their number, and this year I could tell you about 2, 12, 4,
21.
21, yeah. Speaking of 21, I just saw a comment about that. Oh, it's already up on the screen. From Dolores, will you be doing any more interviews? I would like Shilo to be interviewed. So would we, Dolores.
Yes.
he was at the Primetime Elite dinner, and I was hoping to get a chance to talk to him, just because I was gonna be like, bro, everyone thinks that you haven't been invited on our show because you haven't come on yet. But he was busy.
He's a busy man.
He was doing his thing. But
we will try our best.
Shilo has a open interview. If he wants to do an interview at 5 a.m. on a Sunday, we will make it happen.
Definitely. Jabriel, good to see you, man. Said, I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. You probably at least maybe knew something about Nikhai then.
Yeah. Charlotte, I've never been.
Yeah.
Me either, but I just feel like I would like it.
I don't think I've been to either of the Carolinas now that I think about it.
I haven't either. That's like that area of the country is a huge blind spot for me in terms of actually visiting. I've been to Florida, but like nothing above it.
I've heard nothing but great things about it. I've heard specifically South Carolina, Charleston is really cool.
Yep.
94's finest. The caliber of player Prime is bringing in is on another level compared to what CU had in 2022. Absolutely, man.
With all due respect, as I have to always say, the backups on this team would smoke that team.
Yep.
Ryan Staub would have started at quarterback for that team.
Yeah. In another universe, Ryan Staub is our starting quarterback the last 2 years.
Yeah. Probably Owen.
Fair enough, right?
I actually excited to watch Owen's career. I'm rooting hard for him. Owen McCown, that is.
He wasn't terrible in that bowl game, man.
No?
Salty Vet says nobody on the spring roster has 41, so.
Well, I have been to Nashville. That's in that area.
I've been to Nashville as well. Nashville's tight.
Yeah, it is. I want to go to Memphis next, though.
That's it for today.
That's all we got.
Oh, someone said Kofi Taylor Barracks has hit the portal.
A million people said that, so I think it's probably true.
Yeah. Well, best of luck to him, man.
Yeah, I assume he just wants to play.
Definitely.
It's a guy who got a pretty late start on his football career coming over from the UK. It was a really cool story. And, was a true freshman last year. No surprise he didn't make it on the field. But, maybe he didn't like the way things were trending this year for it and wants to keep playing football. He fell in love with the game.
And he's a guy that just looked like extremely well liked in the locker room, too.
Yeah.
Darius, I know, highlighted him a bunch. And it just seemed like a lot of the guys really liked talking to him and hanging out with him.
Absolutely.
All right. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to have some guests moving forward.
Yeah. Huge shout out to Nikhai, by the way.
Yeah, massive.
Awesome. I'm probably forgetting one, but that might have been my favorite virtual interview we've done.
We had Arden on when he committed. He was
I remember
great.
we had like some technical difficulties that day. Or
Yeah.
his connection was kind of breaking up.
I know, but it was still Arden.
Yeah,
you know?
no, it was good.
Yeah.
We had Jaquez.
Jaquez was great.
But I think that one, first of all, like I said, he hit all the pre-show things, nailed them out of the park. And then perfect connection.
Yep.
He was nice and framed up in the shot.
I know.
He nailed it, and he obviously was just hit every answer on the head.
It's a Michigan grad. All right, guys. We'll be back tomorrow. Shout out to y'all. Let's go Buffs.
Let's go Buffs.
We all silly like the mayor.